for the year is out. Let's speak to Hugh Osmond now. He owns the various eateries group of restaurants, but is most famous for taking Pizza Express from a small chain to a huge public company. He joins me now. Good morning. Pizza Express maybe feels like a distant memory now, but you do still run restaurants. How important has the furlough scheme been, and what should replace it in your eyes?
Well, the furlough scheme has obviously been fantastically important. But if we now get another 6 months of these measures, there will be millions of unemployed from our industry. Millions. I cannot see that many surviving, particularly of the independents. So, but I don't think that it's an extension of the furlough scheme that is really necessary. What we actually need is to get people, back to work and back into the restaurants in the COVID secure environment. And what I think has happened here is that this is a kind of headline grabbing attack on restaurants and pubs. These so-called irresponsible young people down the pub spreading the virus. And it is to divert attention away from the fact that the real problem is, once again, just like the beginning of the outbreak, happening in care homes. And the government published the figures last week saying 228 incidents in care homes, 228 outbreaks in care homes, 25 in restaurants. So, the problem is, again, that our vulnerable community are being devastated in care homes where the infections are running rife. But that doesn't suit the government narrative. So actually, they attack restaurants and pubs and these irresponsible young people when their own figures show absolutely no sign of there being an issue there. And so meanwhile,
your sense is that restaurants and pubs and the hospitality industry is being disproportionately punished. But what do you think that the government should do now? Because it is a reality that pre-COVID, you look at brands like Prezzo, Jamie's Italian, Byron Burger, they were already in trouble. Is the government right to prop up jobs that may not, frankly, exist anyway in the long term?
Well, as I say, I don't think that's the issue. I think that if you let hospitality get on with it and don't introduce these penal measures, making us the scapegoats, then yes, there will be a natural rate of attrition. The good brands will succeed and the less good outlets will fail. And that is a natural process. But what I'd say, and obviously people watching are aware of this, is that the hospitality industry is the first job for a huge portion of all young people, and particularly the young people from less wealthy backgrounds, from who don't have good qualifications. We provide those first jobs. If you are prepared to work reasonably hard and you like being nice to people, so you enjoy socializing with people, we will give you a job and we can train you up so that you can be running a hospitality business. David Page, who ran Pizza Express for many years, started as a waiter. You can actually do that in this industry. We provide those jobs for absolutely millions of young people, straight out of school, straight out of university. And we want to carry on doing that. We don't want to be supported by the government with furlough schemes and this and that. We want to actually be open. We provide a COVID secure environment where we have licenses which we have to abide by. So we have measures that we have to take, and we're being penalised and being stopped from doing all that, penalising young people in the jobs. And actually, if you look, off licenses remaining open later, all that will happen is come 10 o'clock, people will leave the licensed premises, they'll buy drink down the off licenses, and then they'll be partying at home or elsewhere. It is the most ridiculous measure. And it's appalling.
Hugh Osmond, we'll have to leave it there. Many thanks.